check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, everybody. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. So much fun for you in store with our conversations today. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris and Christian Morgan.
Yeah, we were hoping for a continuation of this beautiful weather we are experiencing yet again today, but tomorrow looks increasingly wet.
It does, you know, and over the last couple days, I've actually increased the chance for rain that I think we'll see here in the Triad tomorrow. So, for the here and now, enjoy the nice weather we have. I know this doesn't look like the greatest picture in the world. There's a little bit of fog on our camera in downtown Greensboro, but it's not a lot and it'll burn off pretty quickly. 65 right now at the door in downtown Greensboro, 64 over in Winston-Salem, 62 in Asheboro, 60 in Lexington, 60 in High Point as well. Still in the upper 50s along the North Carolina-Virginia border, 59 up in Reedsville, 60 in Walnut Cove. So it's a really comfortable morning to be outside. And get a look at this, because this dew point map will not look like this for very much longer. Upper 50s and low 60s for dew points in August, almost unheard of. So one more day of that really comfortable weather. Enjoy it. Mid 80s this afternoon with a partly sunny sky, and you'll notice the clouds starting to build back in as we go into your Friday evening. That cold front that's been stalled just off the coast going to start to lift back to the west as a warm front. Meanwhile, high pressure to our north that's been nosing in that cooler and drier air starts to weaken and move away from us. At the same time, an area of low pressure down to our south will start to move toward North Carolina, and that of course will bring the moisture with it. So Saturday really looking like a soggy start to the weekend. Get the umbrellas ready. It's not going to be a washout day all day, but I do think, especially in the morning through midday, it could be quite soggy, and some of that rain could be heavy at times. Tapering off a bit as we go into the afternoon, but it will probably still need to watch for an isolated shower or thunderstorm Saturday evening. As far as rain totals go, some folks are really looking for beneficial rainfall, and while this won't be a whole lot, it could be some decent rain for some folks in the Triad. Generally thinking around a quarter to about half of an inch is likely in the Triad. More than that south and east, and of course less than that to the west. Now I will say, full disclosure here, if this system wiggles a little bit or shifts a little bit to the east or to the west, that will have an impact on rain totals. A further shift to the west would mean more rain for the Triad. Further to the south and east would mean less rain in the Triad as well. So something we'll be keeping our eyes on. Also, quick check in the tropics, because we are heading into August and into September when things typically get a little bit busier. There is one area mainly that the National Hurricane Center is monitoring, and that's just a tropical wave that just moved off the coast of Africa yesterday. Now has a 70% chance of developing over the next 5 days. So this is likely going to become our next tropical depression at some point over the weekend. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Right now, it's nothing we need to be concerned over. There's also another area just to the east of the Caribbean, but it's only got about a 20% chance of developing over the next week, so I don't expect that one to do a whole lot. 7-day forecast here at home. Enjoy the nice weather while we have it today. Keep the umbrella handy for your Saturday. It's quite a soggy start to the weekend, but Sunday, without a doubt, is going to be the pick of the weekend. Mainly dry, but we do warm things back up and add in the humidity again. Upper 80s for Sunday afternoon. We're back to 90s next week with that low chance each afternoon of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm.
Well, it is a great day for Panthers fans. It is all about football, fireworks, and some fun tonight at Fan Fest. We want to know what you're looking forward to this season, and while you're responding, we're going to share what you're going to see tonight. So for the first time since 2019, the Panthers holding their preseason celebration, which includes practice, performances by the Top Cat cheerleaders, and an awesome fireworks show. It's tonight at 7 at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, and you can watch it all right here on WFMY News 2.
We are bringing Fan Fest to you if you'd prefer to watch it from the comfort of your couch. You can watch it here on WFMY News 2, your home of the Carolina Panthers, from 7 to 9. There are some programming changes. Secret Celebrity Restoration airs early Saturday morning at 1:37, followed by Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, so set your DVRs.
So we asked, what are you looking forward to this season? One fan said, the roaring of the crowds. Yeah, this will be the first time that fans are in the stands at Bank of America Stadium without restrictions so far in place.
Right. And for many players, this is the first time they've heard the sound of fans in the stands too for quite some time. And we know the kind of energy that brings. We know the Olympic athletes in Tokyo really missed that aspect of sports this Olympics. And so it'll be great to see how everybody interacts together. Of course, hopefully everyone's going to continue taking some precautions and keep themselves safe, but should be a fun time.
Yeah, of course, everybody watching the players, how Coach Matt Rule, performs not only, in this practice scenario, but game time. I mean, the first games are coming up in just a matter of weeks. So, Christian, I know you're a big Panthers fan. You know more about the team than I do. But, what are you looking forward to this season?
I just think it's going to be, last year was what we call, sort of a rebuilding season with Matt Rule coming in as the coach and a lot of changes. But I think this year, at least this season, I think we'll see everything kind of locking in a bit more. We had some, it's kind of like a revolving door a bit last year, but I think we have some players that are going to stick it out a bit more this year. Of course, everybody's excited to see Christian McCaffrey. I think he will be one of the star players this year, of course. So it'll be fun to interact with him and to see what maybe has changed in the offseason with Matt Rule, maybe his coaching style, and maybe what he's actually learned from some of the veteran Panther players and some of the folks that he's been working with. So last year, kind of a rebuilding year, but I think everybody looks forward to and has pretty high hopes for the team this year.
I remember last time we talked about this, someone wrote, just keep Christian McCaffrey off the injury list.
Yes, please.
It would be really bad if we lost him. But yeah, like you said, last year was a learning season. It can only go up from here. The players were getting to know each other, getting to know different plays, getting to know the leadership of Coach Matt Rule, who did well. He's been a very passionate supporter of the team, confident that they can continue building and do better this season. Wouldn't we love to see the Panthers back in the playoffs? I mean, it almost seems like just yesterday when they were there.
It feels longer than that.
Does it? I don't know.
It feels like last Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
I remember when they were in the Super Bowl some years ago.
Yeah, that was
see
fun.
that again.
That was fun. Obviously not the outcome we wanted. But
no.
Fun to see them there.
Yeah, and especially, obviously that was a different coach, different quarterback, different a lot of things.
Yeah.
Our defense was like unstoppable at that point.
Right.
And we've had some cracks as of late, especially with some recent retirements. So, got to get everybody strong and healthy and ready to play. And they kind of have to have that fire in their belly. It's something my old coach used to say is like, I want to see that fire in your belly, meaning that passion, meaning that, that will to win. And sometimes the Panthers have it the first 3 quarters, and then that last quarter they just like, anybody see popcorn? Anybody?
Let's send Tracy out there to coach him up.
Oh,
pep talk.
I am a motivational speaker, so I could do that, but I would charge a very high fee. No, I'm joking. I'd probably be like, it's okay, guys, I'll do it for free.
Well, it's one thing to have that will to win as an individual. It's another to have that will to win as a team. And to have that will to win as a team, you really need to know your team and jive with your team. And Christian, I know probably the same concept applies to like the band. If you don't know how to play together, you're not going to sound good.
No, you're not. And for a while, we, before in the past when we've had players that had to be out or maybe just couldn't make the show for some, family reason or medical reason or something like that, we had to have somebody that filled their spot. And it's just absolutely not the same. You do it with the same people over and over again. You not only learn the music or you learn the set list, you learn everybody's little quirks too, and how you work together, and bringing somebody new in, you have to reteach all that. They have to learn all that. So it makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. And I think also, a second-year coach who, had the majority of his career in the collegiate realm, now transferring to a professional NFL, situation. Last year was definitely a learning experience, but he had almost a lot fighting against him, right? All the injuries, COVID, just so much. Plus, he had a new staff and a new place to get settled. He had to move his family from the Midwest to North Carolina. So there's a lot of transition. Now he should be settled. And, we're expecting some great things, not only out of him, but the entire coaching staff there in Charlotte. So let's go, Panthers. Let's go.
Rah-rah.
Yeah, Kim wants safety to the team, no injury, and wins. We can all agree with that. Preston said his favorite part about football season is just bring on fall. I mean, it seems like this onset of football means we are onward to fall and all the fun other things fall has to offer. Bobby said he's looking forward to watching the games with friends and eating together finally. And then Matthew, who is a Washington football team fan, Bobby Odom, watched the games last year by himself because of the pandemic. Hopefully that changes this year.
For again, Fan Fest is tonight right here on WFMY News 2 starting at 7. We do have the programming notes that we mentioned earlier on our website if you're looking for those, but you know, I'll be watching. My son is excited about the Panthers season and the fact that we can watch it from home. I don't have to, you know, risk driving drowsily down the highway. This is going to be great.
A win-win, yes.
A win-win-win.
Okay, let's get to some morning headlines before our second talker of the day. Unfortunately, not some great news here, although an incentive that might pique your interest. The state's COVID metrics are spiking amid this resurgence of COVID-19 and the Delta variant. So health leaders are continuing stressing the importance of vaccines. A $100 incentive is helping. We're seeing proof of that. Several county health departments are offering $100 prepaid cards to people getting first doses. The Forsyth County Health Department ran out of cards on its first day doing this, but should get more cards today for the events next week. Both Rockingham and Randolph counties are also giving them out. Guilford County Health Department starts its incentive program tomorrow. If you have lost your vaccination card, there is a way to replace it. The first thing you should do is reach out to the place where you got your shot, whether that was a clinic or a pharmacy. And if that doesn't work, you can get a new card from the state health department. You can access your vaccine information by registering and then creating an account on the state health department's website. From there, you can download and print your vaccine information. A mask requirement takes effect today in the town of Kernersville. It's not as strict as some of the other ones we have seen, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, for example, but it does require people who are unvaccinated to wear masks in government facilities. Enforcement is based on the honor system since the town is not requiring proof.
Expect to see a lot of activity at the Greensboro Cultural Center this evening. The center is hosting an open house to encourage the community to explore the more than 50 organizations and artists housed at the center. Our IT News Miller has more on their plans.
Well, the Greensboro Cultural Center is hosting First Friday this month. It's a way to encourage the community to come out and explore all they have to offer. And I have the director here, or the leader of Creative Greensboro, Ryan Deal here. Talk a little bit about the events planned for today.
Sure. So we're excited to open the doors to the Cultural Center to the community tonight from 6 to 9. It's a free opportunity for folks to come and engage with children art activities, to see 5 of the visual art galleries in the building that are open to the public with new exhibitions hung. And we'll have about 18 other arts and culture organizations present so that folks can find out about their fall programs, things for children and youth, all sorts of programs from music to visual art to dance to sewing to film to theater. So there's a little something for everyone tonight at the Cultural Center.
Perfect. I know it's been a long time coming. You said it's been pretty quiet for some time. So how does it feel to be able to welcome the community back?
Yeah, you know, just over the past month or so, we've had a fair number of camps happening in the building. Some music groups are back to rehearsal. So it's nice to walk through the halls and hear the echoes of children's laughter and musical instruments playing. That's one of the reasons why we're so excited tonight to open the doors to the community and invite them into that experience as well.
And I know you mentioned there's a scavenger hunt as well.
Yeah, and there are raffle prizes.
Okay.
So we'll have an opportunity, a way for folks to explore and engage in all of the activities that are happening at the Cultural Center tonight. And you can turn in your scavenger hunt at the end of the evening for the chance to win some cool prizes.
Perfect. And so lastly, for those who may not be able to make it out tonight, how can they learn more about the Cultural Center?
So there's great information about all of our partners that work with us here at the Cultural Center at creativegreensboro.com. Several of those folks, you know, we're still in the pandemic. We're still working our way through that. We want everyone to be safe. Masks will be required in the building tonight. And there are virtual opportunities. If folks are still more comfortable engaging that way, you can find opportunities to check out the work of our organizations and partners virtually or in person tonight at the Cultural Center.
All right, perfect. As you mentioned, in person tonight at the Cultural Center beginning at 6 p.m. And you'll be able to try your hand at some art because some of these artists are going to let the community get involved as well. So it's an event you won't want to miss.
Well, it's that time of day we ask you to just sit back, relax, and do some reflection on life's many blessings. It can really clear your mind and help you reset, especially after a long or perhaps challenging week. I asked you on my Facebook page, Mega Maleros News, to tell me something good, big or small, that happened in your life recently. Kenny lost 104 pounds and is 2 classes away from finishing his bachelor's degree in nursing. He said God is so good. Tracy got a new grandbaby, a little boy. Cheryl's daughter came home from 7 months of deployment in the Navy. Felicia blessed someone with tomatoes fresh from her garden. Debbie and her husband celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary. Rose's great-granddaughter, Chrislyn, has a lot to say. They just don't quite know what it is yet. Barbara is on week 23 without a cigarette. Michelle submitted her second book for publication and is thanking God. Don started a new career. Barbara's daughter is back home after living in Alaska for 3.5 years. She's happy to spend time together again. Alicia said the nice summer temperatures have been a big blessing. Renee saw her grandsons play Little League football. Tilly's brother had major surgery and is doing well. She said cancer is a beast, but he's got this. And Tim had his 2-year post-cancer surgery checkup. He's cancer-free and said God is great. Yes, so much good news. It makes me smile reading these comments week after week. Hard to top some of the ones today. We had some like medical miracles, new grandchildren born. Just, it's amazing to see what good is happening in everybody's life. Sometimes you just have to look a little harder to find it, especially if you're feeling like, oh, you know, everything's going wrong or, you know, nothing's going my way. Well, maybe there is something that went right recently. You just have to think about it and be in that sense of appreciation.
Absolutely. And I feel like every day I find something new to appreciate, especially, you know, during these times when, you know, we're starting to, you know, feel a little bit better about the situation that we're in, although, you know, that could change at any moment because that's what happens during a pandemic. But yeah, there's so much happening in our lives that we can just say, you know, thank you. Thank you, God, for pulling me through that. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way. You know, just show that appreciation.
Amen.
So, yeah, thank you, Christian. Yes, I could take that. All right, Christian, get us started with your great news for the week.
My great news for the week is that yesterday was my mama's birthday.
Yay!
And we're going to go celebrate with dinner tomorrow night with the family.
I love it. Do you already have a reservation, or is this kind of like a...
Already got the reservation.
Oh,
it's
planner.
locked in. Good to go.
Okay.
She raised her 2 sons right.
I take that as a compliment, and she had her hands full too. Me and my brother Shane, and then of course, you know, dealing with all 3 of the Morgan boys, my dad and my brother and myself. She had her hands full.
Yeah, I can't forget Dad, right?
That's so funny. Well, she always had her sister, right? Or her mom?
She always had her mom. They still
She's
run together. I mean, you see one, you see the other one. They go everywhere together.
That's so cool. Well, please wish her happy birthday for us.
I sure will.
Yes.
How about you, Meg?
All right, so I'll go next. So last weekend, as I shared on the Good Morning Show, my husband and I and our son went to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park for my husband and my 3rd wedding anniversary. And it was really nice. I had never been to the national park there before. What a beautiful, serene experience, just being in the midst of nature, just us 3, which was something we had not done yet since our child was born. So it was really a special experience, and I will never forget the memories we made there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, just a quick trip can always just reset the mind and the body, especially with your family.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get away from mine a little bit this weekend. My husband and I are celebrating our anniversary on Monday. And we had plans this weekend to just hang out together. But with the rain that Christian just told us about, I think we're going to have to cancel our golf plans.
Sorry.
It's okay. Not your fault. You're just the messenger. And I'm glad I got your message because now we can pivot and do something else, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, I didn't get the invite to these golf plans? I guess they don't involve a mini putt-putt course, so...
No, but
I'll sit it out.
We'll still get some breakfast and, you know, do something else, I guess, around. But it's definitely not going to be as involved as it was.
You could get one of those in-house little putting machines. You guys can putt in the living room, and
I think Josiah has one of those. Yeah.
so it's not the same.
Not the same. That's great though. Tracy, I cannot believe it's been so many years already. I remember when you were just engaged and a beaming bride, and
Still beaming.
you are still beaming and beautiful. 3 children later.
Just joking.
Yes, no, I love your love story. You two are
Aw,
amazing. You
thank
complement
you.
each other so well. So happy anniversary.
Thank you. And of course, we officially celebrated on Monday, but Saturday, it's going to be great. Regardless of the fact that we're not going to get away for more than 4 hours, it'll be great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anytime to yourselves is
Exactly.
great. We have a few more comments here coming in on our feed. Kim lost 3 pounds, 30 more to go. Great job, Kim. You got this. Wanda just is happy and says, good morning, everyone. Kim says, amen for all the good going on.
Nice.
Larry said, thanks for you guys. Thank you, boss. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
Was that Larry Otis?
Yes. Nadine said, my
Wow.
son got his 2nd dose of the vaccine yesterday. Bring on the lottery money. All right, Nadine, you let us know, remember, if he wins
That's
the
right.
lottery. Dana's happy to be home this weekend. La Rosa said, happy anniversary to you,
Oh,
Tracy.
thank you.
And then Dana also said it seems like the wedding was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lynetta and her husband are celebrating their 40th on Sunday.
Wonderful.
Wow, that's awesome.
What's your secret? Just jot it. Jot it in the text. I'll read it later.
40 years.
40 years. That's incredible.
Right.
My parents will be celebrating 50 soon. And my mom told me that her secret was just shrugging it off.
Shrugging it off?
Just
Okay.
shrugging it off.
Embracing it, right?
She didn't say embracing.
Okay.
She said, I think what she meant was like anytime like something was bothering her about, my dad or something that they were fighting about, she was like, whatever.
That's one way to look at it. Just moving right on.
And she just moved on, yeah. And I'm like, wow, you are so much better. And I have to address every single thing. I'm like, no, but remember what you did last Saturday at 2 o'clock? Right after Simone woke up from her nap. I have to address everything, and I have to give a timeline of what happened and then how I felt. And then an hour and a half later, he gets to respond. So I've got to learn from my mother more.
Yeah, not to dwell, right? Just
No.
live in the present
Correct.
and move forward. That's a good outlook on life.
It is, yeah. So.
Oh gosh, we have a few more great ones coming in. Joe got a great medical report.
Nice.
And Debbie got her first mammogram, and all is good.
Oh, that's so
deal.
great.
Yes.
Congratulations to everyone. Christian, do you want to have the final word on that before you get to weather?
I'm just making notes of all this marriage and wedding advice that you guys are giving me. That way I can just kind of keep it in my back pocket for the future.
Okay.
Ooh, for the near future?
No.
That's a cliffhanger. Okay.
Well, that's awesome.
Stay tuned.
You got to respect a man for thinking it out well in advance.
Yes, Christian, you
spend
are a catch. The right ladies out there.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I spend a lot of time with the both of you each morning, so I make mental notes.
Yeah.
I jot things down.
I would love to see your notebook.
I know.
Don't dwell on things like Tracy.
Move
Shrug it
forward.
off, not like Tracy. Got it.
I love it.
More like Megan, less like Tracy.
No. All right. Well, I wish we could shrug off the rain in the forecast for tomorrow, Christian, but it doesn't look like that's happening.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a tougher thing to do. Nonetheless, enjoy the day we have today because it's the last day with that lower humidity that we don't really get much in the month of August. So get outside. I'm telling you what, doing weather outside today on a day like today is perfect. Mainly a dry day of weather. We'll top it out in the mid 80s this afternoon. Just a low chance of a pop-up shower. That comes later this evening, and that chance will increase as we go through the overnight hours. Clouds will be on the increase, and that rain will be moving in by the time you wake up on Saturday morning. So it's really kind of a soggy start to the weekend with rain, some of it heavy at times, maybe a couple thunderstorms through midday and early afternoon. Then it starts to taper off a bit. Sunday, without a doubt, though, is going to be the pick of the weekend. Mainly a dry day of weather, but the heat, the humidity, all start to make a return. We're back to summertime weather next week. Low chances of pop-up showers and thunderstorms each afternoon. We're back to the 90s again, too.
Awesome. Maybe we'll just move our Saturday plans to Sunday then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not a big deal.
Just shrug it off, right?
Potentially.
Whatever.
Just
Shrug it off.
move on.
We need like t-shirts with that motto. That's a good
Shrug
one.
it off, yeah.
Okay.
Well, 50 years later, they're still together.
It worked.
All right, so this is the point where we get to kind of let you in on some of the secrets that happen behind the scenes or on air. This is something
boy.
we call Best of the Good Morning Show.
So laugh with us, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It is 5:30 Thursday. 5:30 on a busy Tuesday morning. Let's hear it for Wednesday.
Yay!
We are halfway through the week. Look at that, Denise. Yes. I just love when she shows raw emotion. It is Friday, Christian.
We made it.
Can we do a little, I call this a cabbage
We'll
patch.
dance.
I don't know what you call
I'm
it.
just trying to mimic what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it going on.
Okay.
Everybody,
come
he
on
was
out.
outside all last month and it was so hot, so I'm so glad he gets some relief.
Yes. You could even do some jumping jacks out there if you wanted
Hey.
to. I mean, oh, here he goes.
There you go.
Here he
There you
goes. What day is it?
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We're dancing again. All right.
It just kind of comes when you say Friday,
It
you know?
does. You just kind of feel the joy
You
in your
do.
soul.
Okay, I'll let you in on a little secret here since I don't know if the bosses are watching right now. I'm the one who turns up the thermostat in the morning.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows.
It's
That's
just
you?
Oh, everybody. I thought.
This makes so much sense now because I get here in the morning and I'm comfortable, and then I come in later. I'm like, why is it so hot in here? And I'm sweating, and now I know the answer to it.
Yeah, that's dramatic.
I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris, and it looks like both of the guys are together.
We got him.
Got 'em. But we talked about
Oh, this was a practical joke.
it. We talked about it all morning.